Meanwhile, Lucky had been introduced to Shana and Aja, the girls who formed the Holograms along with Kimber.
Lucky's really taken to you, Jem,
said Shana.
She's been close by you all the time.
Time!
Exclaimed Jem, staring at a clock on the wall.
It's time that Jerrica Benton went to a business meeting.
Jem touched her pointed red earrings and said,
Showtime's over, Synergy.
Next second, Jem had vanished, and standing in her place was Jerrica Benton, the smart career girl who was co-executive of Starlight Music. The red earrings were microprojectors that formed a link with Synergy, an amazing computer that could produce the most incredible holograms. It was through Synergy that Jerrica could take on the guise of Jem, and she had taken on this secret identity in her bid to prevent Eric Raymond from taking control of Starlight Music. The sudden change in appearance seemed to startle Lucky. The cat jumped back from Jerrica and would not go near her.
Strange,
said Kimber to Jerrica.
Lucky doesn't seem to recognize you. She only liked you as Jem.
There was a knock on the door, and in came Rio, the group's road manager. Another batch of photographs for autographing, please. He began, but finished abruptly as he tripped over Lucky. As the girls picked Rio off the floor and gathered together the fallen photographs, they explained about finding Lucky. You sure that's her name? Asked Rio. Perhaps it should be Unlucky,
Hey, that's not fair,
protested Jerrica.
She was only being playful.
Jerrica?
Began Shana, but the Starlight executive continued talking to Rio.
She's naturally inquisitive,
said Jerrica.
Jerrica?
Shana tried to speak again.
And she's so sweet, Rio,
continued Jerrica.
Sorry to interrupt,
said Shana firmly.
but that playful, inquisitive, sweet cat is pulling your hat to bits.
Even Jerrica began to think that maybe Lucky wasn't quite so lucky after all. That afternoon, after Jerrica had become Jem, the girls were hard at work in the recording studios. Lucky, tired by her morning exertions, had curled up asleep in a corner. The buzzer went to let them know there was an urgent phone call for them. Aja took the call and came back looking very excited.
There's a car outside Starlight waiting to take us to the TV studios,
said Aja.
There's been some last-minute changes in the lineup of the Jerry Carson Show. They want us to go on and sing a number.
The Jerry Carson Show was a very popular TV program. It was a chance the girls could not miss.
Lucky's definitely staying in here,
said Jem firmly. The girls left the studio, leaving the sleeping cat in its corner. From his office, Eric Raymond watched the girls drive away in the car he had hired. He took his set of master keys and made his way down to the recording studios. This is too easy, he sniggered. By the time they realize they've been tricked, the Misfits will have made their new single. It was almost an hour later when the furious girls returned to the Starlight offices. No one at the TV studios had any idea about what was going on.
I'm sure this cheap trick is Eric's work,
fumed Jem.
But why has he done it? What nastiness is he up to now?
Jem and the Holograms couldn't believe their eyes when they saw what was happening in the studio. Eric Raymond, shaking and quaking like a jelly, was pinned in a corner with Lucky standing guard over him. Please get that thing away, sobbed Eric, shaking uncontrollably. I can't stand cats. They frighten me. The girls burst out laughing. Eric had been startled to find the sleeping Lucky and had not managed to steal the demo tapes.
Don't worry, Eric,
grinned Jem.
Lucky won't eat you yet. At least, not for a while. You were a lucky cat after all,
grinned Jem to Lucky, after the petrified producer had been allowed to leave. Lucky snuggled up against Jem and purred contentedly.
Still don't know why she likes you so much,
said Shana.
She hasn't taken to anyone else.
It's obvious,
said Jem.
It's 'cause I'm nice.
The girls finished cutting their new single. then got ready for their evening concert at a nearby venue. Lucky was left in the girls' changing room when they went on stage. Relaxed and happy that Eric's evil plan had been foiled, Jem was in great form as she sang and danced. It was midway through the second number that the fifth member of the act came on stage. Jem could see that the audience had burst into fits of laughter. She turned around to see Lucky padding her way towards the center spotlight. A young girl from the front row jumped up in excitement.
That's my cat!
She called. Jem motioned the security men to let the girl come on stage, and Lucky jumped joyously into her arms. The girl obviously liked Jem because she had dyed her own hair the same color as the stars.
No wonder Lucky liked you.
Kimber smiled to Jem.
Her owners modeled her appearance on you. Did you say Lucky?
Asked the young girl in surprise.
That's right.
Said Jem.
We saw the letters L-U-C on her collar. It is Lucky, isn't it?
No,
Said the girl.
it's Lucy. Well, she certainly proved to be a lucky cat for us.
Grinned Kimber.
She's cute, isn't she, Jem?
The pop star fondled the cat's ears and said with a smile,
I think she's just perfect.